Hey, what is up, guys? So it's been a little bit, just about over a week since Star Wars The Force Awakens come out, so I think it's time to actually just talk about some of the big theories, and I think most of the hardcore fans will have seen the movie by now. And the one theory we're going to cover today is Supreme Leader Snoke actually Darth Plagueis? Now, I am not the first person to, ever talk about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the last. Up until there's some sort of confirmation of who he is, somewhere down the road, it's going to be a hot topic for Star Wars fans everywhere to discuss. So, with that in mind, I am going to present all sorts of evidence here. I'm going to, do some suggesting here on what I think it could be, and we'll see what conclusion we can reach by the end of the video. That includes your guys' also thoughts and what you guys think. So first off, let's start off with what we do know, and what we do know that is included in the current canon. We are not going to be discussing anything from the expanded universe because none of that bears, any kind of important detail since it was all erased. So anything that Darth Plagueis might have had, that was established before the erasing of the EU is not going to be considered here. So that doesn't necessarily leave a lot, but we can discuss some of the details that we do know from Star Wars Episode 3. So of course the scene I'm going to be talking about from Revenge of the Sith is of course the scene where Anakin Skywalker comes and talks to Chancellor Palpatine, and he tells him a story, and this is the quote. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. Now yes, during this scene, of course, Palpatine does tell Anakin that he murdered his master in his sleep. Now, did he do that, or is he just telling a high tale because he wants to oversell this? And we will tie this into Snoke in just a little bit, but I have to keep going chronologically with events. Now, the next piece I do want to kind of focus on is, obviously he says that he was, powerful and wise. Now, when we see Kylo Ren, when he's, talking to Han Solo, he mentions, once again, he says that the Supreme Leader is wise. Now, I don't think this could be any sort of connection, but maybe it is. Maybe they are putting the hint out there, and this is just, to get us to know that in the back of our minds, okay, Snoke is wise, Darth Plagueis is wise. Maybe that's the connection they're trying to make. But now, for a second, we're just going to take a sidestep and talk about Darth Plagueis in the old EU, and regarding his species. Now, we only see one of his species actually in the films, and we only see the species once in Attack of the Clones, no more than that. So it was a fully CG character that we saw, so we don't really know much about anything of their relations. The only thing that we could really extrapolate from the old EU is that their average life expectancy is over 100 years, and I don't think they would really change that. Now, the reason I bring this up is because of Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, Snoke, if you read the actual novelization of Star Wars The Force Awakens, goes into a little bit of more details on him, and we learn that he has actually lived through the prequels and through the original trilogy, and he was just kind of in the back waiting for his time, which is clearly now. So if he's lived for that long, could he actually be related to the species? Could he actually be a Mun? Like, that's possible, right? So, looking at it that way, maybe this is what they are saying, and maybe the reason his face is the way it is because of the, dark side corrupting him. Now, why exactly am I bringing up this old species that, Darth Plagueis was established as in the old EU, but, maybe they're going to change something with him in the new canon? Well, because there is leaked, of course, conceptual art that is from the book, and if we look at this, you can clearly tell that there is a very strange looking character in the back holding a red lightsaber fighting a Jedi. Now, of course, in the old expanded universe, Darth Plagueis actually suffered an injury that made him wear this weird harness that would help him, of course, breathe also. And it looks like he's wearing that thing here. So, is this actually Darth Plagueis, or what his initial, inception was, before they decided, let's just call him Snoke, because why would he go under Darth, to kind of change stuff up to throw people off once again, just like Kylo Ren ended up being, Ben Solo. So maybe that's the type of thing they're doing, and maybe this is the connection they're really trying to make here. Now, here is another one that could be a huge hint. In Star Wars Episode 3, yes, we are going to that scene again where we see Anakin and Palpatine talking. They're in the room and we have the music playing. Now, the music is very, very creepy when you listen to it. You know, it's like this weird humming and chanting. It just kind of throws you off and makes you think, what the hell is happening? Like, it's just very unsettling. It's a very good scene in that movie. Probably one of the best scenes in the entire prequel trilogy. So when you watch that, you're like, okay. Now, the most interesting part is when you compare the notes of that, they are very, very close. I mean, like a 99% match to the music that plays when Snoke is on screen. But what's even more, strange is it actually sounds almost identical. Like, beat for beat, everything sounds the same, which once again lends credence to the fact that, okay, this theory maybe has something going for it, because if the Darth Plagueis music is playing when they're talking about him, and then the music shows up literally, 4 movies later in this other movie, there's got to be something up with this. So another connection is made there. So there it is, guys. Hopefully you guys can let me know what you think. Do you guys believe that Snoke is going to be Darth Plagueis or not? Why or why not? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very interested to see what your guys' take on this is, and what do you think. So thank you for watching the video, and if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, check out some of these other great videos we have on the channel. Just click the annotation right there, it'll take you to them. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good one.